mummy's with the maggots now.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Well, hi there.
Hello, and welcome to Would You Die, the show where tough titty. Feed me Seymour, feed me all night long. I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark, and I will not be singing.
Which is a shame, because you're the better singer.
I don't know about that.
But, welcome to NOTEVEMBER.
Hell yeah. This is our musical month, our musical horror month.
And we got 4 bangers.
Yes, we do. Absolutely excellent. I'm so excited for this.
I'm very excited too. 3, I would say, musicals.
Yes.
Like, by definite, like, what you think musical. 1, I don't want to say it's a quasi. I guess quasi. It don't present itself as a musical, but if you think about it, there are insane musical numbers.
There are insane musical numbers. There's a lot of original music. The whole movie is very thematically based around music, but maybe not a traditional musical in the way that you're thinking.
It don't feel theatrical. It feels cinematic.
Yeah.
And the other 3
feel
like Broadway.
Yes.
Which is funny because I don't think any of them are Broadway.
Oh yeah, Little Shop is.
I feel like it's like the biggest off-Broadway musical ever. I don't know if it actually had a Broadway run.
You might be right. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, you might be right. It might be off-Broadway.
By the way, guys, we're talking about Little Shop of Horrors today, which is like...
It's actually currently on Broadway, so never mind.
Oh, okay. But like...
yes, I think it was off-Broadway for a number of years, yes.
Like its OG run was... Okay.
Right. And like, it went like straight from off-Broadway to Warner Brothers produced movie. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is low-key an iconic movie. Mm-hmm. I'm very excited to talk about it. I'll just start off with a hot take. We are there's one movie that I'm not really going to consider of the 3 like musicals we're covering. Mm-hmm. This one's by far the best in terms of a musical.
I think that's probably true.
And probably true in terms of a movie too.
Yes. Yeah, and as far as our traditional musicals go, I would
agree.
Yeah.
That's where I'm kind of trying to...
Right.
But I think Little Shop of Horrors could be considered one of the best musicals ever made.
I would tend to agree. So, just brief synopsis. We have meek florist assistant Seymour Krelborn, played by Rick Moranis, who discovers a strange and mysterious plant named Audrey II after his crush, and soon learns it has a thirst for something far more sinister than sunlight and soil: human blood. As Seymour's fame grows, so does the plant's appetite, forcing him to make increasingly dark choices in this horror comedy musical directed by Frank Oz and based on the off-Broadway sensation by Howard Ashman and Alan Menken.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa, tell the people who Frank Oz is.
Frank Oz is the puppet guy.
Yes.
Is that I don't know what else you want. Like, what do you
He's
mean?
not just the puppet guy.
No, he's like
he's the
puppet
guy.
Well, except for like Jim Henson.
Well, Frank Oz like worked with Jim.
Yeah, he did. He's worked with Jim Henson. He's worked with George Lucas.
He's Yoda.
He's Yoda.
Let's not beat around the bush. This is motherfucking Yoda.
Yeah. He's a lot of things. I mean, his entire career is just fucking insane. He's
an actor. He's a puppeteer. He's a director, and he's in everything from like as an actor, he's in everything from American Werewolf in London to Knives Out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Frank Oz is a legend.
Yeah, and then like I mean, even his filmmaking credits are huge. He did The Dark Crystal, Muppets Take Manhattan, Little Shop, obviously. What About Bob, which is honestly my favorite underrated Bill Murray movie. Indian in the Cupboard, Stepford Wives. Like, he's done a lot.
Yeah.
He's huge. I mean, obviously, he's also, like, huge on Sesame Street. He played, like, a lot of your favorite characters growing up, like Grover, Cookie Monster, Bert. Yeah. He's done everything. He's Miss Piggy.
He might not be a master of horror, but he is a master of puppets.
Bow, bow, bow.
Bam, bam, bam. I'm sorry,
I hate that we both did that. I hate that that's where we both went. That was embarrassing.
that opportunity presented itself, and I had to take it.
That's fair. So what is your personal connection with Little Shop, though?
I love Little Shop of Horrors. As a musical, I do think it's one of my favorites. I first saw Little Shop of Horror in high school.
Okay.
But not the movie. My high school performed Little Shop of Horrors.
Love that.
When I was a freshman. And I wasn't a part of it, but I just went to the show because I'm
right.
Okay, like, yeah, my friends are in this. Like, and I didn't know what to expect. And it was one of the coolest things I've had ever think. Now, part of it might be, you know, I was a freshman in high school. I was easily wowed. But also, like, I thought my high school performed it very good. You know, like, I was blown away by the puppet. I was blown away by the story and seeing my friends sing and act. And I was just enthralled. And then I actually didn't see the movie until college. But I would listen to the soundtrack a lot. I've only seen the movie a handful of times, even though I love it. But what I'll do is, like, sometimes I'll go on YouTube and I'll just put on the Feed Me song.
Yeah.
I love the puppetry.
Fair. Yeah, gorgeous.
And I'm a huge Audrey II fan. I think I've referenced Audrey II a lot, just in
life.
Real life, right?
Yeah.
Although, I never say tough titty. I forgot he said that until I watched the movie.
I wondered if that was going to be your line.
I was dying. I had to, like, pause it for a second because I'm like, I forgot. Tough titty. It's such a good line.
The way he says it, he, like, enunciates a T's, too. He goes, tough titty.
It's so
I'm like, wow,
funny.
okay.
What is your personal connection with Little Shop of Horrors?
I mean, no surprise here. I love musicals. I mean, we're band kids, like, you know, that's kind of not shocking to anybody. But my big thing was just anytime I would hear of a new musical, I would look up the cast album and listen to it ad nauseum. So I think I probably heard the music before I actually saw the musical. I think I watched the movie probably early high school or late middle school maybe, but probably early high school. And yeah, just I love this musical. I think I don't want to throw him under the bus, so I'm really sorry. But Jeremy and I were having, like, kind of a conversation about old movie musicals and whether or not like, specifically the sets of old movie musicals and how it looks like a stage play. And I personally love that. I think that's really fun. Jeremy's not as big of a fan.
My take, and I can accept that it's probably the hot take.
And the wrong
and
one,
we discussed it, and I do understand, like, the logic of, like, well, this especially was, like, not, they weren't doing, like, Anneliese, what we and I were talking about when we watched the movie, and Anneliese mentioned, you know, they weren't doing live cast recordings the way they do now.
Right.
And so this was people's way to consume the musical as the musical that it is. So that makes sense to me. That being said, my problem is, if I want to see the musical, I'll go see the musical. If I want to see a movie, I want to see a movie. So, like, we were actually literally talking about this movie off mic before, but I think Wicked, the set design is more movie than musical, if that makes sense, right? It doesn't look like a stage set.
Right, and I think movie musicals have started to look away from stage sets starting in, like, the 2000s with Schumacher's Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Being one of them, I don't know if it's the first one that didn't, because, like, honestly, some of the older ones, they don't feel like stage sets. Like Sound of Music, to me.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
That Julie Andrews has some, like, sweeping landscape shot. You know, that
Mhm.
that feels cinematic.
This one felt like I feel this is gonna sound like a weird comparison. I hope you guys even understand what I mean, but you may not, and I may sound crazy for the internet. Whenever I watch a movie, like this is a great example of it. Rent is a great example of it, where especially the outdoor scenes look very stage. They look like a stage set of an outdoor street. Whenever I see that, I just feel like I'm watching Sesame Street.
I
like that.
Do you guys get what I'm saying? See,
I kind of
don't.
do, because I feel this way about how this movie's shot. I don't think it's quite a musical thing. I just think it's more of a, they are trying to go for a 50s aesthetic, so it feels very staged.
Okay.
Yeah, I personally think that it feels like an old theater set, and that's like part of what I like about it, because that's what Sesame Street is supposed to feel like. It's also supposed to feel like a stage play. That's like why it looks like that.
And I think Little Shop really leans in on it.
Yeah, I
what
agree.
you're picking up.
But either way, I really like that. So getting into a little bit of historical context. Little Shop of Horrors started out as a 1960 B movie. So this is a remake.
Movie has an insane history.
Yes. So this is a remake of this like Roger Corman Little Shop of Horrors movie that was filmed in 2 days.
You know who's in that original movie?
Who?
Well, first off, we gotta shout out Dick Miller, because Dick Miller rules.
Yeah.
I forget her name, but she plays Mrs. Futterman in Gremlins. She's the original Audrey. I forget the actress's name.
Jackie Joseph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the original Audrey.
Yes.
Jack Nicholson is in the original Little Shop of Horrors.
He is? Oh, you're right. He is.
He plays the...
Wilberforce.
He plays the guy who really wants to be at the dentist.
Yeah.
The Bill Murray character.
The Bill Murray character.
Also, spoiler alert, Bill Murray's in this movie.
So is fucking everybody, man.
There's a lot of surprise
this
cameos.
was just Rick Moranis and all of his friends.
Right.
No, you're totally right. He does. He plays the creepy guy who's like obsessed with being at the really painful dentist. That's so funny. I didn't even think about that.
And they shot this movie in like 2 days on a set built for a different movie.
Yes.
And Roger Corman's like, I got a little bit of extra money from this movie and some sets. What can we make in 2 days?
Yeah. So
did Roger Corman direct the original, or did he produce it?
He directed. Yeah, he directed it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And produced it. He did both.
Have you seen it?
Yes,
it's
have.
a 70-minute
I was gonna say
fun little movie.
Long time ago, so not recently at all, but like yes.
It's pretty easy to find. And it's a very easy watch.
Yeah, it's
especially
fun.
During spooky time, just like a background movie. Or just watch it movie. It's 70 minutes.
Yeah, it's fun.
Continue, I'm sorry.
And then it was adapted into a stage musical in 1982 by Howard Ashman and Alan Menken.
Who you listeners, you guys know their music.
You definitely know Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. Most notably probably from The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. Also, let me think. I mean, Alan Menken, other Disney shit. Not just that, but like Aladdin, Pocahontas, Hunchback, Hercules, Enchanted, Tangled, Captain America, The First Avenger. Lots of shit.
You want to know a crazy through line?
What?
Avengers Infinity War, or Avengers Endgame, one of the biggest movies of all time. Like, to think that would have never happened if Roger Corman just didn't have extra funds to make
Little Shop?
Yeah, make a movie that he didn't think anyone would see.
Right.
Like, think about it. He makes that movie. Howard Ashman sees it. Howard Ashman makes a musical. Howard Ashman, with Alan Menken, he brings Alan Menken on, makes this insane musical. They get hired by Disney, who is struggling.
Yeah.
To do
Little
Mermaid.
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid changes everything. If The Little Mermaid doesn't get made, Disney's not the powerhouse.
Yeah.
And if Disney's not the powerhouse, they can't buy Lucasfilm. They can't buy Marvel. We don't get Avengers, and we don't get. There is no Baby Yoda without Audrey II. There'd still be Yoda.
Yeah, there would, but not Baby Yoda.
We do not get it just to think that little thing changed so much.
Yeah, well,
of film history. Yeah,
because they were. I mean, Ashman and Menken were kind of the driving force behind, like you said, the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah.
They were working on The Little Mermaid. Ashman actually pitched the idea of the animated musical adaptation of Aladdin. So he was the reason that happened.
Right, and he helped write a little before he passed away.
Beauty and the Beast.
He passed away during Beauty and the Beast. I thought he helped a little bit with Aladdin.
He did. He ended up. So he was working on both Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin when he passed. Aladdin was released after his death, and then a little over a year after his death, he and Alan Menken won the Oscar for Best Original Song for Beauty and the Beast.
I love that.
Yeah. A great, wonderful man by all accounts. Alan Menken, sings his praises up and down all the time. I mean...
And Alan Menken's still...
He's still fucking doing it. Mm-hmm. He's about to release Sausage Party Foodtopia.
I don't know what that means.
It's the Sausage Party show.
I didn't know that was happening.
It's currently on.
But nice.
No, but he did the Falcon and the Winter Soldier most recently.
Alan Menken's been working a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he got his start with Little Shop of Horrors. I'm pretty,
Yeah, I mean, he did a, documentary film, and then his next film was Little Shop. So and obviously, again, they wrote the screenplay, but for it, or the musical book for it.
Right.
But, so that was 1982, and then 4 years later... The 1986 film adaptation starring Rick Moranis, Alan Green, and Steve Martin came out and was one of the first major studio films to blend practical effects, puppetry, and musical theater on that kind of a scale.
Right. And it still has one of the most musical theater, not one of the most impressive puppets.
Yeah, absolutely.
In any movie ever.
And I was thinking about that too. It's so weird because it's almost CGI looking. Mm-hmm. In a time way before CGI.
Yeah, because 86.
It's very smooth. It's not at all jerky motions. It's crazy how well they were able to do that puppetry.
And the compositing of it, too. Mm-hmm. It's extremely well. I mean, you got a master of puppets. Bum, bum, bum. I did it again. Oops, I did it again.
That's Brittany.
Bitch.
Exactly.
Frank Oz knows what he's doing. He's a perfect director of this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love it.
So can we talk about the movie's original ending? And do you know about it?
Yeah, because it's the play's ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I seen the play when I was a
right.
freshman in high school.
Exactly. So in the original ending...
Mm-hmm. I've also seen the deleted scene, too.
Right. Audrey II destroys humanity. That's how the play ends. That's how the original ending is. Test audiences found it way too dark, so it was scrapped. They refilmed the ending with a happily ever after. However, in the director's cut editions, the ending is restored.
So I watched the theatrical cut.
Same.
Okay. I watched the right version.
I've seen the deleted scene, but
I've never watched the director's cut all the way through, but I have seen the deleted scene.
Right.
Which is insane because they're a bunch of giant Audrey IIs are just going Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's fun. It's really cool. But yeah, so spoiler alert for the original ending of this movie, but it's not the real ending, so you're good.
But spoiler alert for the play.
That too.
But also they kill, or actually spoiler alert, they kill Audrey in the play. Mm-hmm. Audrey II eats Audrey.
Yeah.
And there's this kind of really sad and still kind of beautiful reprise of Somewhere That's Green.
Right. It's something.
And then I kind of don't like the last song of the musical.
That's fair. It's not my favorite either.
Because it's just Give Me Some Lovin'.
Right.
And I like Give Me Some Lovin', but...
Yeah.
don't feed the plant. I don't remember the melody.
So getting into our monthly theme, I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to talk about our theme itself before we get into specifically. So this is November. As we mentioned, we're talking about musical horror this week or this month. It's just so interesting. Musical horror films really occupy like a very strange corner of cinema, and not just cinema,
Yeah.
but also theater. But
We've already talked about one this year.
yeah, you're right. We did. But it makes sense, right? Like
Right.
the stage attracts a lot of weird, twisted people. And I say that in the most like affectionate way.
Yeah.
And so does horror. I mean, those two kind of find like that's where the freaks go, right? That's what they're drawn to. Is they're drawn to musical theater and they're drawn to horror. So it makes sense that there is an overlap, even though when you typically associate with musical theater, you're thinking like Oklahoma, like happier, lighter.
The French Revolution.
Well, I mean, but I'm talking stereotypically. If you're
Yeah.
an outsider looking in, like that's kind of what you're thinking of. But then, like you said, counterpoint, a lot of like these musicals that seem very light and airy on the outside are not. Like, I mean, Les Mis is called Les Miserables. Like
Right.
that's not one that we're talking about. But
Sound of Music
Sound
deals
of-
with the Nazis.
that's what I was gonna say. Is Sound of Music is about a family trying to escape the Nazis
Right.
during World War II.
I love the Sound of Music.
Same.
So
Definitely. There are so many musicals that are just like way more than they are on the surface. I
Right.
mean, even if you look at more recent ones like Hamilton, there's a lot of depth to that and a lot of emotional
Right.
like pain and raw
Mm-hmm.
things. in
Even
it.
Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with like fascism in a fantasy setting.
Yes, absolutely.
Propaganda.
And so it was
Obviously, West Side Story is like
well, yeah.
the poster child for musical with something to say.
Right. And so like musicals invite you to kind of explore these darker themes while enjoying music, like while
Right.
enjoying art. I mean, and so musical horror is kind of uniquely subversive in the way that they invite you to kind of enjoy the bloodshed and to kind of hum along as terrible things happen. I
Yeah.
mean, you're listening to these catchy songs while these very dark things are happening.
And like some of the greatest melodies come from musical theater. Some of the songs
Yeah.
that I'm not a big soccer fan,
Mm-hmm.
but I know one of the soccer clubs, they have adopted You'll Never Walk Alone
Yeah.
as their thing.
Yes.
And I know that because I'm big on drum corps. There are the Scouts corps
Yeah.
use that. That's from a musical, Carousel, which
Yes.
I'm pretty sure is a Roger and Hammerstein.
It is. It's
yeah.
Rodgers and Hammerstein. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's
Yep.
like that's one of the great songs of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah. I don't remember what article, because, when I get ready for these episodes, I read a lot of different articles and get a lot
Yeah.
of different snippets. So I don't remember who said this, but I saw a quote that I really liked that said, "In most horror, the scream is the climax. In musical horror, the scream becomes the harmony." And I thought that was really interesting
that's
because
cool.
it's true. It's like these movies are not necessarily scary. In premise,
Right.
absolutely. In action, no, because you are kind of watching them and enjoying them because you're humming along to the songs and you're having a good time. And in that way, you can focus, I feel like, less on the horrifying elements of it and more on the
Right.
themes, which I really enjoy. Like, for example, this movie is very obviously like a metaphor and not even a very like heavily veiled one for capitalism, right?
I had a capitalist reading when I was. I also have like a queer reading of it.
Yeah,
too.
definitely. Well, and
We'll
that's, I would make the argument that musical horror is inherently queer, but that's
Your argument's only gonna get stronger as we talk about
Yes.
the next movie
Correct.
and the movie after.
and I will keep saying it. No, but
It's also like a Faustian tale,
yeah,
which
But-
goes in hand with the capitalist
right.
reading.
Like, we're talking. The main tagline is "Feed me, Seymour."
Yeah.
You have this.
Audrey II is capitalism.
Yeah, you have and you have like the on the surface and the under the surface, right? You have
Right.
this giant monster who is asking for more and more and more,
And it gets bigger.
and asking Seymour to do more and more insidious things in order
Right.
to satisfy itself. And then on the other hand,
Must be blood.
you have the actual like florist shop and the actual like goings on of Seymour, and also like the florist shop, but then Seymour himself getting more and more money and attention and fame, and so yeah, it's not like, again, very thinly veiled, but yeah.
No, and it don't need to be.
No, I don't think so.
And also a thing I kind of think about with musicals, or musicals tend to be comedies as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you got your big serious ones like Les Mis and West Side Story, but West Side Story's got some funny moments.
Yeah.
Like Officer Krupke, like that's the one moment of levity in them.
Right.
But it has it, you know.
Yeah, like most of them
Les
do.
Mis has the Masters of the House.
Yeah. Even
They're
I mean,
silly,
like,
goofy guys.
I mean, I know you're not like the biggest of fans, but like Sweeney Todd. I mean,
Yeah.
like Sweeney Todd is hilarious.
There's still a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of dark humor.
Yeah.
In that, but like I think a lot of people think of Grease. I think a lot of people think of Hairspray.
Yeah.
Those are and Hairspray has a lot of important things to say, but it's also a comedy. You know, Sound of Music has its laughs. Mary Poppins.
I'm interested to hear your queer reading that you got from
this.
Yeah, from this.
I think it has everything to do with the character of Audrey. And just kind of like Little Shop of Horrors is a musical that I've read a lot on. I've done a lot of watching YouTube video on the history and stuff. And in the like one of the bigger runs of the show, Audrey's played by a trans woman at one point. I think it's because Audrey is a character who maybe it's less queer, maybe it's more trans allegory, but she just a lot of people in those communities, they gravitate towards Audrey because she just wants to feel comfortable in her body and gain her own. Her arc is her gaining her own. What's the word I'm looking for?
Agency,
right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And Seymour kind of helps give her that. But like in somewhere that's green, she wants to be a traditional wife. Like she wants to be a part of the gender norms.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is something that obviously I don't want to speak out of turn, but something that a lot of trans women can relate to.
And that's why I think that right.
And you're right. A lot of trans women have actually played Audrey. MJ Rodriguez, who is most famous from her role in the show Pose, which is about the ballroom culture of the 1980s, the queer ballroom culture of the 1980s. Jinx Monsoon last year, who is a like RuPaul's Drag Race winner, just went on a run on Broadway playing her. And Jinx Monsoon is actually, I believe, best known for being the first trans drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race. So she's not a like cis man dressing as a woman in drag. She is a trans woman who happens to also do drag. So yeah, I mean, I definitely totally agree that like that kind of, I never really thought of, I mean, like I said, I happen to be of the mind that all horror comedy, and like you said, next week it's gonna get even worse when I talk about this, but is inherently queer. But I really like that reading of Somewhere That's Green. And
that's not one I came up with on my own. I've had,
right, yeah,
and that's not one that I've come up with on my own,
right.
But it also is important to kind of take the artist Howard Ashman, who's a big part of it, was a gay man.
Yes.
So it's like it's not like people are coming up with this reading out of pocket.
Right, exactly.
So.
Yeah. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is this like very 50s forward aesthetic of like the doo-wop kind of nostalgia. It really kind of pairs well with this like atomic age dread. You have this like solar eclipse and like everything that is like very like 50s paranoia, kind of, and like early 60s kind of paranoia.
Well, it helps like the musical kind of pay homage to the original in a sense.
Exactly.
And also the 80s had a lot of 50s nostalgia.
Yes, exactly. I mean, like, that's why you had things like,
Right.
I mean, this was 70s, but like Grease and stuff
But
like that.
still, yeah.
And yeah, so like this doo-wop kind of vibe that's going on.
Some like rock.
Yeah, and like the leather jacket that Steve Martin wears and the motorcycle, that kind of stuff. It's very like 1950s optimism with a dark side kind of.
Right.
So.
We have to talk about The Dentist.
Yeah, we do.
One of the greatest songs in musical history.
It's fucking hilarious.
Here's my hot take. I think The Dentist is one of the greatest songs in musical history. Like I just said, It is not a top 3 song of this musical.
No, I totally agree.
It might be the catchiest, but for me, it's not the top 3.
Right. I'm not as big of a fan, but it's not like... But in the context of the musical, you know?
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, there are so many showstoppers in this one, but it is... in the musical, it's kind of out of context.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of like a good comparison, but this is such a unique movie.
Yeah.
And musical, too.
So something that I wanted to mention is, because it's one of my favorite, like, underrated things in musicals that doesn't happen very often, but it does happen sometimes, is the use of the Greek chorus.
I think this helped popularize.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. But so if you don't know, the Greek chorus is usually a group of 3. It's usually 3, but sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less. Usually women who help kind of move and drive the story along, but are not always like a main part of the story. They're not usually a character, or if they are, they're a minor character. Another really good example of this is in Legally Blonde. They use a literal Greek chorus where her sorority. Oh, really? Her sorority sisters act as the Greek chorus, which I find it funny because it's like Greek life, sorority sisters.
I thought you were going to say Hercules.
That too.
Because that's a literal Greek
Well,
chorus.
yes, but like I'm talking more in the metaphorical sense.
Okay.
But like, yeah, so.
But they also like operate in the same function.
Exactly.
They're not part of the story.
Yes.
But they help hold the audience's hand in a way.
Right. It also does it in like Seussical and Hadestown, but yeah, Little Shop of Horrors definitely popularized it, which is very fun. I love it. I think it's great. I also think it's really funny that 2 of the 3 members of the Greek chorus in this movie go on to play sitcom moms. Like very famous sitcom moms.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So Tichina Arnold went on to be the mom in Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh my God, I haven't thought of that show in years.
Yeah. And
Wasn't Terry Crews' dad?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
And then Tisha Campbell was in the show Martin, but then she played the wife in My Wife and Kids.
I loved My Wife and Kids.
Yeah, so I don't know why, like, that has nothing to do with anything. I just thought it was funny.
It's a great fun fact. I'm having fun.
So yeah, I like this movie.
I love this movie.
Can I tell you a weird, very side tangent that's very funny about Everybody Hates Chris?
Okay.
Yes.
So,
There are 2 degrees of enthusiasm for you just
Chris
now.
Rock. So I performed on a show like 3 or 4 years ago. That's dramatic. It's longer than that. It's like 7 years ago. But I performed on a show with Jordan Rock, who is Chris Rock's youngest brother.
Oh,
Jordan
cool.
Rock ended up being on the show Love, the Netflix show Love.
Yeah.
Gillian Jacobs.
I love her.
Yeah, so he was on that. But he wrote on that. But before that, he did a show in Grand Rapids, Michigan that I opened for. And we were talking, and somebody asked him from the crowd, he was doing crowd work, and somebody asked him, was Everybody Hates Chris accurate? And Chris Rock has like 3 brothers. That show only depicts him having 1. And Jordan Rock just said, yeah, it would depict, he said, yeah, it would be accurate if I didn't fucking exist. It was very funny.
That is really,
That's
that
very
is funny.
I
Gillian
love that.
Jacobs. Oh, Britta's in this. I love Gillian Jacobs.
Same.
But every time I see it, I see her or something, my brain just goes, "Oh, Brett is in it."
Okay, back to Little Shop of Horrors.
Little shop of horrors.
Okay, so cultural impact.
Oh, I already hinted at the cultural impact.
Yeah, we talked about it already. I mean, Ashman and Menken are a creative duo.
There is no Thanos without Audrey II.
Yeah, like, think about your favorite Disney character. Everybody sit on it. Everybody think about it. Favorite Disney character, go.
Oh, man, I just wasn't ready for this.
Favorite Disney character, go.
Boba Fett.
Favorite Disney character, go.
Han Solo.
Both of you picked Star Wars.
We love Star Wars in this house.
And we don't care who knows.
Yeah, I know.
Traditional Disney character, it's hard. I have so many. It's hard. I might go with Dumbo.
That's cute.
I love Dumbo. No.
Dumbo would have existed without them, but that's not the point.
I know. I love I was going to say Baloo next. You make it Baloo.
Yeah, Baloo would also exist without them, but that's fine.
But we don't get the Disney Renaissance. We don't get the bangers.
Yeah. What about your
traditional
Disney?
Goofy.
Okay, he wouldn't exist. Well, he probably would, like, traditionally, but not the Goofy movie.
No, the Goofy movie wouldn't have happened.
And that would have ruined my life.
I was going to say, that's the reason that you like Goofy. Nobody asked, but I'll tell you.
I'm asking. Who is your favorite traditional Disney character?
My favorite traditional Disney character is Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, that's such a good one.
Or Mulan.
I love Mulan.
Also wouldn't exist without them. Anyway, the point is, creative duo that would define Disney's animation renaissance. Like, Disney animation wouldn't exist without them, for sure.
No.
And without Disney animation, they're not buying out Marvel. They're not buying out Lucasfilms. Like, it's not
20th Century
happening.
Fox.
So.
It's insane how big Disney had become. And
yeah.
It's funny because you're, like, asking our favorite Disney characters. We both think it's Star Wars characters. And then I'm like, well, they own 20th Century. So it's like, after Boba Fett, I guess it's the fucking Predator.
Yeah.
Who's my favorite Disney print? The Xenomorph Queen? I don't know.
Right. But it also spawns...
Ripley?
So Little Shop itself spawns countless stage revivals, college productions, high school productions, drag performances. It is a queer cult classic. It's a theater kid rite of passage. It's everything. I mean, this musical is... I mean, it's a lot of people's introduction to musical theater. And
a lot
horror.
of people's to horror. Right.
Yeah.
I think this is a movie that's in that weird space where it's niche.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but it is so niche that it became mainstream.
I totally agree.
You know what I'm like normal people know this and have seen this movie.
It's everybody's it's popular enough in the community that it's popular in for people who are not part of that community to know.
Well, I feel like it's just a famous movie.
Right. Because
you go to a random person on the street, there's a good chance they've seen or heard of Little Shop of Horrors.
Right. Because we glossed over Jeremy's personal connection, but you watched this for the first time this week, yes?
Yesterday.
Right. But you were aware of it. You knew of its
I knew that the title existed. I didn't know the premise. I didn't know anything.
So you wouldn't have known Feed Me, Seymour. You wouldn't have known that reference.
No. I watched...
Okay.
There is an episode of the show American Dad where they go to a store to buy a hot tub, and it is literally called the little shop of hot tubs.
That's funny.
They buy a hot tub that has the same voice as Audrey II. Not the same voice, but
it's an impersonation.
It's an impersonation. And it is quite literally, the whole episode is a spoof on this movie. It's one of my favorite episodes of that show, and I love that show. Yeah. And I didn't know until yesterday at approximately 3:30 p.m. that was
a Little Shop
of Horrors parody.
It's really important to me that you all know that the hot tub is played by CeeLo Green.
It is.
That's amazing.
And he's doing an impression of...
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
That is amazing. Okay.
It's very funny.
But, that's the thing, though, is it's referenced so often that, the moment that you've seen it, the moment you get a little context, you're like, oh, yeah, that's fucking Little Shop of Horror.
when we're done with cultural impact, I have an exercise for us to play.
Okay.
Is
A
it
game.
watching the American Dad episode?
Yeah.
I know. I want to talk about Levi Stubbs for a second when we talk about cultural impact. So
He's going to come up later, just saying.
So Levi Stubbs plays Audrey II.
Yeah, he does.
But he is also like a very, very, very prolific Motown singer. He was the lead singer of the Four Tops.
Right, yeah.
He's from Detroit. He lived and died in Detroit his whole life. And he was, very, very, very well known in Motown for his whole life with the Four Tops. He refused to have, like, something that I think is really fun about him. Not fun, but, like, something I respect a lot about him is, despite the fact that he was the lead singer, he was the most prominent member of his group, he refused to have separate billing. Like, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, Smokey Robinson had separate billing. Diana Ross and the Supremes, she had separate billing.
Right.
Stubbs was very much like, no, we
Four
live
Tops.
by a group.
Right.
We live by the group. We die by the group.
And there are certain, like, acts, but no, not really. I was going to say, well, the Jackson 5 kind of, like, and it was never Michael in the Jackson 5, but then it was Michael Jackson.
Right. Well, and the thing with him and the Four Tops is he was the lead singer of the Four Tops until 2000 when he had a stroke. Oh. And but
that's incredible.
Yeah.
too.
Like, he was, they started in 1954, I think.
Yeah, that's
so
incredible.
Almost 50 years of singing with the same group. And he had this role in Little Shop where he plays Audrey II, and he has this most insidious but rich, deep baritone voice, or bass voice. But he also has, like, a physical cameo. He's one of the...
he does? I missed it.
Yeah, he's one of the guys who is singing in Skid Row.
That's awesome.
So
I probably saw him.
You definitely have, but
and missed him.
But yeah, I love him. I
he's
really
also
admire
credited as Levi Stubbs from the Four Tops.
Yeah, that's amazing. I just I love Motown. If you get me talking about Motown, I'll talk about Motown all day.
And this is a very
Motown
inspired
Motown musical.
There's doo-wop, there's Motown, there's, like, rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of spans all of the genres of, like, the 60s through 80s, because you remember when Alan Menken and Howard Ashman took it over, they added more music as well from the 1960s version. So
I want to, while we're still in impact, we did talk about its impact on Disney, but I think from musical, I guess I should have brought this up while we were talking about the theme of the month, but just to circle back just real quickly, Little Shop of Horrors is kind of like a musical Rosetta Stone for the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah.
There's
Absolutely.
so many elements of that era of Disney musicals that show up in this movie.
Well, and not just that, but musicals in general. I mean, like, this is a blueprint for, in terms of, like, the beats that a musical has to hit. This is one that is copied a lot. I mean,
somewhere that's like part of your world from Little Mermaid
was
called
green.
Somewhere That's Wet for the long, because it's somewhere that's green.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, even just like the big beats. Like, there's always your introduction to the setting song. That's Downtown. There's always your wistful ballad, Somewhere That's Green. There's always the big love song, Suddenly Seymour. There's the villain song, Feed Me. And then, like, Supper Time. There's the chorus songs that exist in the middle. So, like, that's Dadu, that's the Meek Shall Inherit. That's, a lot of it.
There's the quirky side character, like, this is the Hamilton's King song. The You'll Be Back.
Yeah.
That's the dentist.
Yep. I mean, like, it's...
This is older, but I'm thinking King Louis' song from The Jungle Book.
Yeah.
I Want to Be Like You is kind of like that.
Yeah, the funny song.
Yeah. The fucking crab from Moana, that's his song.
Right.
Hakuna Matata, kind of.
Yes.
Well, maybe that's a stretch. Ventus and Hakuna Matata, that might be...
But I see what you're saying. I mean,
Right.
like, it's the weird, quirky guys song.
Right.
It also helped establish the horror comedy musical subgenre, which we're going to be talking about this whole month.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to refrain from mentioning musicals that we're going to cover later in the month, but it inspired things like Reefer Madness, the musical. It inspired Anna and the Apocalypse.
Love that movie.
Love that movie. We were like this close to talking about it.
Guys, but you guys are going to like the movie we replaced it with.
Yeah, we're talking about some good ones. But yeah, like it's a big genre. I mean, it's a growing genre.
Yeah.
And Cannibal the Musical is another one. I'm trying to like think of all of the ones that I can think of without mentioning the ones we're already going to talk about. Possibly in Michigan, Rockula. I mean, Sweeney Todd, which we've already done. It's like a growing genre every day, and this film is kind of the blueprint. At least one of them.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Before we move on to our superlatives,
yes,
I have an exercise, and Jeremy, you can play as well. It's kind of a game, kind of an exercise. Let's say I got picked to direct a readaptation of Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
How are we casting this?
Okay.
In 2025? Because I got some hot takes.
Okay.
But I want you guys to help contribute. So let's...
My hottest take is in 2025. I'm still casting Rick Moranis.
Shut up.
So, let's start with Seymour. There are a lot of ways to go. And obviously, it's like, you go to Broadway and just pick whoever.
Right.
But I don't know that world too well.
Let's see.
I got an interesting pick. Now, there's a couple ways to go, but, like, who can we realistically get if we had, like, a decent budget?
Okay.
Or, like, who would be fun, but they would never do it. Or maybe they would.
Okay.
Donald Glover as Seymour.
Oh, that's fun.
Would be fun.
I love that, actually.
He can sing. He can play the nerd. And he also can have a dark side, too.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
That's a great one. I have the only two that I have in my head, like picked out, done are Audrey II and Mr. Mushnick.
Well, I have one for Audrey II, and it's the perfect one.
Oh, okay, fine.
Well, what's yours for Audrey II?
No, go ahead. Tell me.
No. I asked you. I want to see if you're right or wrong.
I would like to see Keith David.
You are fucking right.
Hell yeah,
I've
brother.
been saying for years, and here's the thing. In my head, I daydream about kind of doing a new...
Yeah.
But I have no problem saying this, because if that gets Keith David to play Audrey II, if I'm manifesting it, I don't have to do it. I just need it to happen. I just need it to happen.
You know who he is.
So...
I don't think I do.
You definitely do. You've seen him and stuff.
You're trying to say you don't know who Keith David is. He's Elroy from Community.
Oh, okay. I was about to say...
Now, this is a man who knows how to marry his cousin.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay,
That's
okay.
Keith David.
I really was about to be like, Austin, how dare you patronize me? I am not trying to. I am saying it.
But I was like...
But yes, okay, yes.
I know you love Community.
Yeah.
Have you seen Princess and the Frog?
No.
That's Dr. Facilier.
Okay.
So... If you might know this from TikTok, but the song like "Are you ready? Are you ready?" That's Keith David.
Okay. Yeah.
I doubt you have seen. I don't know. I shouldn't say I doubt, but if you're a fan of John Carpenter, and this could be for listeners. So this is for Jeremy, our listeners who may not know.
Yep.
Keith David's a big collaborator with John Carpenter, most famously for The Thing. And They Live. And he is really big parts of both of those movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, Keith David. Have you seen Nope?
Yes. Only one. I saw it once in theaters.
He's the dad.
Okay.
I mean, he's in it for like maybe 2 minutes.
Not very long, but yes.
But he has that gravitas, you know.
I would probably have said Ken Page.
Ken Page is actually pretty good.
But he passed last year.
Wait, he did?
Yeah.
I didn't know. maybe
I'm really sorry.
I'm sad.
But yeah, I think he would have been good. But yeah, he passed.
And I'm sure there are other, but to me,
He
Keith
was
David.
in Nightmare on
Okay.
I almost said Nightmare on Elm Street. Nope.
But Nightmare. I always do. I always refer to Nightmare Before Christmas as Nightmare on Elm Street.
Every time. And the problem is, here's my confession.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't a big horror person until like a few years ago. For a really long time, I used to get Nightmare on Elm Street and Miracle on 34th Street, which is the Santa movie, confused, and they're not the same, and I'm really sorry.
That is amazing. But yeah, so I think we could have some options for Seymour. I'm going to go ahead with Donald Glover.
Donald Glover would be good.
I don't know if he can sing, but Stephen Yen might be a good Seymour.
He would be a good Seymour.
I just don't know if he can sing. Obviously,
Right.
Keith David, Audrey II. That's a
Yeah.
lock. Who's next?
Audrey.
If we want to stick with like indie horror, I think Catherine Corcoran from the original Terrifier would be as an actor, would be a great Audrey.
Can she sing?
I'm pretty sure she can, but I don't know. Believe it or not, she does not sing in Terrifier.
Yeah.
But as an actress, I think she could play that role really well.
Mm-hmm.
I just assume she can sing because I just assume every actor and actress can sing.
Yeah.
But the thing with Audrey is you have to be able to sing.
It feels like a cop-out to say Ariana Grande.
Well, I was also going to say, if we want to, if we have unlimited budget, then I would say Ariana Grande.
That's hilarious.
Somebody, do you know Marcelo Hernandez? He's an SNL cast member right now.
Oh, is he Domingo?
He
He's
is
Domingo.
Domingo.
Okay.
Somebody fan casted him for
Seymour?
Seymour.
That's not a bad one.
I think that... Sorry, I lost his name. Mr. Mushkevitz should be played by John C. Reilly.
I was going to say Nathan Lane.
Fine.
But I like both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this? Who would this be for?
Mr. Mushnick.
Mr. Mushnick. Okay, I actually have a Mr. Mushnick in my head that I feel like is my lock, and I won't pivot.
Okay.
Fred Armisen.
That's not a bad.
Oh, Fred Armisen would
Those
be
are
good.
all pretty good.
Who are we getting to play Orin Scrivello?
So I got two really good ones.
Okay.
I'm trying to do my gooder one or my kind of, well, I think they're both really ones. It depends. Anyways, I think Patrick Wilson would be a great dentist.
Okay.
I think he can sing in that same way. I think he can, the thing with the dentist. So I was getting just Patrick. I love Patrick Wilson, by the way, but
Yeah, he'd be good.
He'd be good. The thing with the dentist is Steve Martin plays that in the movie. And it is such a funny moment when he's on the screen, because people are like, Steve Martin, and it'll be hard if Ariana Grande is our Audrey, but the dentist should be the most famous cast member.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be and it should kind of be a meta casting. I think it would be really awesome if it's Zac Efron. I think he would be such a good dentist.
Okay.
Because he's always playing, like, the Troy McClure in High School Musical.
Yeah.
And
Not Troy McClure.
I feel like, wait, I think I got that wrong. Troy McClure is The Simpsons.
No, Troy Bolton. But
okay.
You got it.
Okay.
Hi,
I
I'm
was
Troy
right with
McClure.
the Troy.
He comes on stage
okay.
every scene. Hi, I'm Troy
Yep.
McClure.
That was okay. Troy Barnes, but okay, it was Troy. So
Troy's you had the right first name.
okay, but yeah, people think of him as like Troy from High School Musical or the good guy in Hairspray. Like he's always playing these nice.
Right, Link.
I just think for him to play one of the most nasty characters in musical history.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would be the right age now. I think he has the right body for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he can do that kind of like dark humor for it.
Yeah.
Who would you throw? Who would you cast?
There's a couple.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking, and it seemed like a lot of people were pushing for Christian Borle, who is a Broadway actor, to make his film debut doing it. So that would be kind of cool. Did you know that there was a remake cast projected for pre-COVID?
No.
Yeah, so there was a projected cast, which included Taron Egerton as Seymour,
That's a good choice.
ScarJo as Audrey, Billy Porter as Audrey II, and you will never guess who was in talks to play Orin Scrivello.
Was it Zac Efron?
No.
Oh.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans would be a great...
He would.
Because he's gotta be so... That's why I
That's
love
the right
Zac
level
Efron
of fame. Yeah.
as it, but Chris Evans as it too.
I can
Do you
picture
know-
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Can he sing?
I don't know.
I think Chris Evans can sing.
Do you know who would be great as Audrey? She might be a little old now, but like I would really like to see her. Lady Gaga.
It depends who we cast as Seymour.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, but I believe you.
Like, if we cast an older Seymour,
Oh, yeah.
they don't have to be kids.
I thought you meant like her voice, like vocally. And I was like, I mean, I guess.
I guess too, but that's not my area of expertise. Like,
That's fair.
I think if, say, we casted Donald Glover, then I think Lady Gaga would be good.
Yeah.
Do we assume that Audrey II has to be a boy?
Yes.
Has to be male.
It has to be a bass voice.
Okay. I could picture Lizzo doing it.
You would have to change the musical.
You
a
would have to
lot.
change the music. You have to up the octave, but
Not just that, but Audrey II has always been designed to have that heavy bass blues.
Well, and he's also, I mean, like if you're just going meta, he's a predatory character.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a man. Not to be like
right, yeah.
fuck all men, but he's supposed to be a predatory man. But I get from a purely aesthetic standpoint, I would love to see Lizzo like cover Feed Me Seymour. Yeah.
But also Lizzo could probably be Audrey.
Yeah, I was gonna say she could be Audrey.
What about Nick Cage in every role?
Yeah.
If he could sing, he would be a great dentist.
He would actually genuinely be a good dentist. Yeah.
He'd be really good. We could
Um,
You know,
just a-
you know who he
Yes.
would be?
the creepy Bill Murray character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be Nick Cage.
It
Yep.
would.
I was
he
gonna
would
say
be good.
Pete Davidson.
As the creepy Bill Murray character.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be good.
because I feel like a lot of these cameos should be like
Ryan Reynolds.
comedians. Because in
Reynolds would be good
in the
as a
'80s
good dentist.
movie, it's Bill Murray, it's Jim Belushi,
John Candy.
John Candy. Right. I got a hot take for who the John Candy character should be.
Okay.
I don't know how to say her name, but she's Ayo.
Oh, Ayo Debris.
Yeah,
I love Ayo Debris. She's my queen.
yeah, but instead of like, if you modernize it, she's got to be like a podcaster doing it,
Yeah, absolutely.
It- or she could just be the radio
That'd be
host.
so good.
Because I don't know if she can sing.
No, but I think she'd be
She'd
fun
be
in
good
that
as
role.
the radio host.
I think yeah,
I like her as the radio host. I was thinking like Seth Rogen for radio host.
that wouldn't be bad meta.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like him.
Who would be the shady guy who like offered? Who would be the Jim Belushi character?
Maybe Seth Rogen.
Yeah, maybe.
But I feel like it should be like comedians who are popular now.
Yeah.
Not that Seth Rogen.
He's not.
He's more writing. He's
Yeah,
more
more
doing
writing,
everything.
producing
Mostly
now.
is behind the scenes at this point.
Right. Jason Segel maybe in that
Yeah.
Jim Belushi role,
That'd be good.
or maybe Jason Segel could be like the first customer.
Yeah, that would be fun.
What a peculiar
Christopher-
plant,
what's his face?
Christopher Guest.
Yeah.
What a peculiar plant you have that he's doing that crazy stuff with his eyes.
Yeah.
But Keith David as Audrey II is the moment, is the call.
Christopher Guest is fun.
Seth MacFarlane actually might be able to play Seymour.
That's probably true.
Seth MacFarlane and Ariana Grande.
Real.
They've done it before.
Are you guys ready for superlatives?
I think I am.
Cool. Who would you save?
It depends on what ending we're going with. What ending are we going with?
I mean, I went with the original ending that was scrapped, but then you're gonna take my character.
Okay. Let me think of someone else.
Well,
I'm sorry. Steve Martin has it coming.
no, I mean you can take that.
You know
one, 'cause
what?
I have
You know
one.
what? I'm just gonna be true to myself. Ask me who I will save.
Who are you gonna save?
Audrey II.
Okay. I guess that's fair.
But if we're going with the original ending, the same as you.
Yep, I would save original Audrey. She's like finally happy,
I
and
know.
then like she gets dragged into the plant. It's so sad.
And she's like, I'm finally somewhere that's green.
So depressing.
Uh,
All right, favorite scare.
this isn't like much of a scare movie,
That's true.
but
There's some moments.
I like it's horror, but like there's not like jump scares really, and there's not like
it has to be a jump scare to be a scare though.
that's fair. Say yours while I think of mine, please and thank you.
Mine is when Audrey II fully transforms, like full size.
Mm-hmm.
He's moving and snarling, and he starts singing. It's like, I don't know. There's something about it. It's disconcerting at the very least.
That's fair. You know what I think is maybe not like quite scary, but I do think it is pretty dark is when the dentist dies high on his own supply.
Oh, it's so creepy. You're right.
Like it is kind of gnarly.
Yeah.
Steve Martin, well, like just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect as the dentist, but like he sells that really well.
Yep.
So, I'll say that.
Cool. All right. Tony Todd Award for movie MVP.
Levi Stubbs.
I also have Levi Stubbs.
There's
nobody else. I mean, like, everybody
no
else
competition
is great.
for me. No, like Rick Moranis is perfect.
Yeah.
Frank Oz is the man. He understood the assignment, and obviously Steve Martin's just
Hilarious.
yeah. And we need to talk about Ellen Green a little bit.
Yeah.
She's so but Levi Stubbs.
Yeah.
is
I mean,
the
he's
MVP.
got this like booming, soulful voice. He's very menacing but charming. It's wild.
If he shares it with anyone, he's sharing it with the puppet team who brings Audrey II to life.
Cool.
Because as good as Rick Moranis is, as good as Ellen Green is, and Steve Martin, this movie does not work if Audrey II doesn't work.
If Audrey II is subpar, the movie's not. The movie's subpar.
Right.
He can't be the weak point.
You can get away with it on the musical stage because there's already a lot of suspension of disbelief.
Right. Not in the movie.
Not in a movie. Not with movie audiences.
Right. Is the score better than Jaws?
No.
Okay.
But this might be the best score we talk about this month.
Okay. I'm gonna go controversial. And I'm going to say yes, and it's not the best movie score that we're talking about this month.
We are just fighting right now.
It's fine.
Jeremy's holding us apart. Like, hold me back.
It's the second best one that we're talking about this month. But
there's one where I'm like, I mean, I could argue it. I could see that argument. I'm cool with it.
I think this score, it changed musical theater. And, like,
yeah.
I understand, like, you know, you can say what you want about, like, Jaws changed cinema, of course. But, yeah, no, for me personally, yes.
Well, it's just it's not even just different. They're literally different mediums.
They are, and that's hard.
It's a film score and a musical
right.
score, so that's why I can't really compare the two.
Fair.
But that being said, I do think Little Shop of Horrors has one of the best musical books of musical
fair
history. So that's why I'm hesitant.
For sure.
But yeah.
A fine addition to your collection?
I have this on Blu-ray, and I have an Audrey II Funko Pop.
Nice.
How about you?
I really want to get the 4K director's cut because it has the original ending.
Okay.
So that's what I want. But I don't have it. All right, folks, get out your Letterboxd reviews, please, and thank you. We'll start with Jeremy when he is ready.
Jeremy.
Sorry. It's coming up. It's here. Okay. I give this movie 4 stars. And I said, I'm so glad I'm bad at remembering to water my plants.
I also gave this movie 4 stars. And I said, Motown Monster movie goes hard.
Yay. I also gave this 4 stars
Nice.
and a heart. And I said, Audrey II, save me.
Beautiful. Save me, Audrey. Sorry. Okay, Supernatural alumni. Okay, so it's not a true major crossover. However, John Candy appears in season 2 of Supernatural as archival footage, and kind of plays like a main part in that series, like to do with TV. But
that's an insane pull.
yeah, so that's kind of wild, but that's about it. That does, however, lead us into our special edition superlatives for this month.
Woo!
Our first one is also going to be a TV show related superlative. Was this musical featured on Glee? And yes, it was. Glee performed Suddenly Seymour in season 5, episode 11, City of Angels. It was a duet between Leah Michele, who plays Rachel Berry, and Darren Criss, who plays Blaine Anderson. I love Darren Criss, by the way. Just an aside. Think he's great. This feels like a good time to segue into my shout out, which is unrelated to Glee, but related to covers of Suddenly Seymour.
Okay.
I didn't know where to fit this in the episode, but I feel like it's really important that everybody knows that my favorite cover of Suddenly Seymour, of a musical, any song ever done, is a cover of Suddenly Seymour that was done on Carpool Karaoke by Ariana Grande and Seth MacFarlane.
And that's why I'm casting them in my version.
And that's fair.
Just for Anneliese.
I fucking love that cover. I watch it. Like, I'm not even joking. I wish YouTube counted the amount of times you watch a YouTube video the way, like, other things did. Because it's uncountable the amount of times I've gone back and watched that.
It is so
video.
good.
So that kind of segues, again, into our next superlative, which is another special edition superlative for the month. Favorite song?
Should I go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
I'm
going to make Jeremy do this one, too.
Yes. I think there are maybe 5 songs that are just so incredible. Mm-hmm. And there's not really bad songs, but there are some songs I don't really care. Like, they're skips for me.
Right.
But there are just absolute bangers, which I think are some of the best songs, written for musical theater. I think Downtown you can write essays on.
Yeah.
Mean Green Mother from Outer Space was nominated for an Academy Award, and in my opinion, should have won over what's it called from fucking Top Gun.
Oh, my God, I can't even remember the song.
It wasn't Danger Zone.
No,
I would respect Danger Zone.
It was the other one because they only had the budget for 2 fucking songs in that entire movie, and they just played them over and over again.
And they didn't even nominate the one that I care about. But, I mean, like, there's, I can't listen to The Dentist without it being stuck in my head for at least 4 months.
Fair.
And
it was Take My Breath Away.
Yeah, it should have been Mean Green Mother or Somewhere Out There from An American Tale.
Oh, Somewhere Out There.
I would have been okay if that one, like I was alive.
The point is.
But I have to be true to myself. My favorite, and this song is the reason I fell in love with this musical. It's Feed Me.
Yeah, I
parentheses
kind of
get it.
Assume that you were gonna say that one. Jeremy, what is your favorite song from this musical?
It's not a hot take. My favorite song is Suddenly Seymour.
Yes.
Here's my reasoning for it, though. Beyond it just being good.
Right.
It is, like, almost in a way that is comical.
By how good.
But it's not even just how good it is. It's how good Audrey specifically is.
Yeah.
because she talks in this high squeaky voice the whole movie. And then and then whenever she hits the fucking chorus, it's just insane.
Her belt is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Anneliese, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song is Suddenly Seymour as
That's
well.
a good answer.
But like, I will give a second follow up since he said Suddenly Seymour. Skid Row.
Yeah.
I love that song. I think it's a great way. I know, like, obviously there's the prologue and everything, but I think that, and like the main theme, the little shop,
right,
shop of horrors or whatever. But I think that aside, it's such a great way to open up the musical and to show us the setting of the musical. So I love that one. Yeah.
I think Suddenly Seymour is the best song in the musical.
But it's just not your favorite.
No, Feed Me is the one I'm listening to on repeat. Feed Me is a reason I fell in love.
Yeah.
Because I remember being in high school and seeing the play and being like, I've always liked creatures and monsters and seeing that puppet just singing. Yeah. And I remember specifically like seeing like the guitar player just kind of rocking out too. And that was a big reason why I like this song more than the others. I think it's really well done. And it's just a great, like, it's sexy, you know? It's a seduction.
Right.
It's the dark side version of Friend Like Me from Aladdin. And he literally says, I'm your genie, I'm your slave, I'm your something. I'm not good at remembering lyrics. But there's a moment like that in, like, Friend Like Me. Feed Me is the predecessor to Friend Like Me.
Right, exactly.
In the same way, Somewhere That's Green is the predecessor to Part of Your World and stuff like that. I just want to highlight Dentist because I think it's such a great musical number on its own.
It's so fun.
The shot from inside the mouth is insane.
It's good.
And the way he takes off his leather jacket, I'm your dentist. Like, I love it. I love it so much. And then Mean Green Mother. I just love when Audrey II just sprouts his own chorus. You know what I mean? Like the buds start singing with him.
Yeah, it's great.
So.
All right, Austin. Would you die?
No. I would simply feed the plant. And get everything I want.
Okay.
I wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't show no mercy.
That's fair. I would die. And here's the reason.
Oh, no. Why?
Because I am a plant girly at heart. I now have cats, so I don't have very many plants anymore because I am scared that they will eat them and die. But if I had Audrey II, I would absolutely feed him. But here's the problem is I am both a bad liar and also not very strong. So if I tried to give him like more food, I would get caught eventually. And then in order to ensure that he like gets his food and also I do not simultaneously go to jail, I would just let him eat me.
I just figure Audrey II would take care of that for me.
Maybe. He didn't do a very good job for Seymour.
Because Seymour wasn't willing.
Fair.
I'm going to go ahead and answer this one for this week. I would not die. And here's why. I am so bad with plants that we would never make it past the first scene. The plant would be dead by the end of the opening sequence.
I would never even consider to give it blood.
I wouldn't have given it water.
That's a good answer. Good answer. But yeah, I love it. And that's Little Shop of Horrors.
It is Little Shop of Horrors. I'm looking forward to the rest of November. I think that this is going to be a really fun kind of musical deep dive. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yes, it will. Where can we find you?
You can find me getting seduced by Audrey II and Mushnik's plant shop, getting Catalytic Car and A Date with Hedy Lamarr.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can find me on the socials at Austin M. Torres. You can find me on Letterboxd and Instagram, really. Austin M. Torres. Those places. You can find the show's socials at Would You Die Show, wherever you social media. You can go on YouTube and watch our YouTube channel at Would You Die Show, where we have we have the podcast, we have some shows, we have my short films like Ice Cream, Spider, and The Blood Witch. Blood Witch might be an award winner when this episode comes out.
Hopefully.
On the date of this recording, it was nominated by Spooky Empire's Film Festival for Best Makeup. Shout out my homie Ashley Richardson for making incredible makeup for The Blood Witch. When this episode comes out, I will have known who wins, but at time of recording, we're like not there. But yeah, and subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll get a bonus episode every month. We should have another show coming out just on the Patreon, which it's going to be monthly or bi-monthly. We're still thinking about it, but the new episode will come out soon. If it hasn't, it's going to come out November 3rd, hint, unless it's already known. And then every week we talk about Detroit sports, because we like sports.
We do.
We don't care who knows.
We don't.
Where can the people find you?
You can find me somewhere that's green.
Oh.
Or you can find me at Whimsawillow on Letterboxd, on Instagram, talking about musicals and sports and horror. What about you, Jeremy?
You can find me Googling, is Audrey II toxic to cats? Or you can find me on my socials at Annually Funny.
Jeremy, who would eat Neil.
Not if Neil ate him first.
Real.
That doesn't mean he's toxic.
All right, our production is done by Jeremy Lippitt. Our music at the beginning and end of every episode, very important this month, is done by Josie Palmer. Our graphics are done by Alec Gibson of Crosshook Creative. Austin, do you have a hint for next week?
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to keep control. Because I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
Try not to die.